Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Earthy, mostly decaf. Nice. Here we are. May 15th, I'm going to June 8th with monk mode. No television, no junk, no media. Only my work on the web, my work cutting hair. It's very smooth right now. Pure monk mode would be getting away from people, which could be my next move. Some guy told me how it's monk mode would be disrespectful to your girlfriend or wife. There's times when you have to be apart in order to improve yourself. What woman wouldn't want a man who's into self-improvement? You remember me saying, your woman doesn't care how much you work out, how many sets and reps of whatever you do. She doesn't care how much you work out. She cares that you work out. That you are in the process of making yourself a better man. Not a flawless man, a better man. Let's get started. The guy got disrespectful about it, so he had to get blocked. There was no way in the world he could stay. And he was mocking the carnivore aspect, the animal-based aspect. Just another know-it-all. Know-it-alls must go away. They get banned for life. Execute your moves flawlessly, especially job moves. Dig the well before you're thirsty. Don't wait for the shadooby to hit the fan before you get out of Dodge. It's harder to sell yourself or make something happen when you're hungry. If you're thinking of moving to another job or changing careers, get that process going while you're at your current position. If you feel that you are ready to check out of your job, or that the company is going under, or that you might get laid off or get fired, it's better to, like I said, dig the well before you're thirsty. Don't wait for crisis and chaos to happen, because decisions that you make under duress will not be good. It's better just to have a smooth transition. Execute your moves flawlessly. Can you do that as a young man, young woman? You can. It's easier as you get older. I believe you become more stoic as you get older, less things bother you, and the bullshit you just ignore. You don't get pulled into as much drama as you did when you're younger. Can you do it while you are young? Yeah, if you practice. Birds are such creatures of habit and trust. You change one bird feeder location, like out here, or switch it around, and everything goes quiet for a couple of days. It's very interesting. Any bird watchers out there? I have, on the other side of that fence, probably about 6 bird feeders, a bird bath, bird feeders of different types with different bird seed that attract different kinds of birds. Absolutely fascinating. And in the room behind me, which is 6 steps down, this is a tri-level house, the cats will be in the windowsill and they watch the birds like people watch a movie. And as the birds move, you see the cats' heads just going from side to side. And the squirrels, of course. Whenever you put out bird feeders, the squirrels are there to enjoy as well. So I feel like Carl on Caddyshack trying to outwit the squirrels in the same way he would try to outwit the gophers that were tearing up the greens in the golf course. Yesterday, I almost told somebody to go home and get their shine box. Some of you will understand that. You made a first-class fool out of me, but I'm as blind as a fool can be. You stole my heart, but I love you anyways. Rod Stewart, 1971. See, it's hard to listen to the music that I love because I just look at men surrendering. I don't see a lot of women surrendering, and I don't want to say I'm an inequality detector, but now that I have the lens on, I see men self-deprecating much more than women. The movie Tolkien, I saw it last night, was magnificent, completely exceeded my expectations. Great masculine characters, tweed, dip pens, tobacco pipes, lapels, hats, Oxford. All fans of Tolkien will enjoy it. So far, it's my best film of the year. Here we are in May, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe because I am in like a modified monk mode and more sensitive to themes right now. Maybe that's why. There were several instances in the film where I felt some tears coming up, and I don't know why. It was speaking to me in ways that I never thought it would. Some great themes in it. I almost didn't see it because they said it excluded or omitted his relationship with C.S. Lewis. Well, it ended before that happened. So it was pre-C.S. Lewis, pre-friendship with C.S. Lewis, who, by the way, is my favorite author of all time. And I have some pretty good news coming up about C.S. Lewis, if you're a C.S. Lewis fan. Revolving around the theme Mere Christianity, a separate series of videos that I think you're going to enjoy. And some people say, I would never go see that movie because they omitted his faith. I thought that at first. And then I just went to see it and thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're thinking but hesitating about seeing the movie Tolkien, go see it. And then let me know, come back and let me know in the comments of what you think. I think you'll like it. But as for you, teach what accords with sound doctrine. Older men, now listen, older men are to be sober-minded, dignified, self-controlled, sound in faith, in love, in steadfastness. Older women, listen ladies, older ladies, likewise are to be reverent in their behavior, not slanderers or slaves to much wine. Older ladies are to teach what is good. So train the young women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled, pure, working at home, kind, and submissive to their own husbands, that the word of God may not be reviled. Likewise, or on the other hand, urge the younger men to be self-controlled. That is from the New Testament in the Bible, the book of Titus, chapter 2. Titus, chapter 2. And that struck me when it said older men. I sat up at attention and I listened. Urge the younger men to be self-controlled. I know I have a lot of younger men here. Be self-controlled. Temperance. The stable stoic. Controlling yourself. Controlling your urges. In the sphere, the manosphere, you don't hear this. This is not part of the manosphere. It's about notch count. It's about getting laid. It's about spinning plates. It's about getting it in as much as you can because everyone else is a shithead and their nature is horrible. This is where I depart from that world because we've all sinned. I'm not better than another man or another woman. We are judged by our actions and our words. But I'm not better. You're not better. No one is better than another. We all are sinners and all have gone astray. So there is an astrayness, a wanderingness, a restlessness that we all have within us that we can either submit to or we can control it. Would I live my life differently? Yes. If I had it to do all over again, I would live my life differently, much differently. Career-wise, I would do some things different. Sexually, I would do something completely different, unrecognizable from the life that I had. I would not have been as sexually active as I was when I was a younger man. I would not have. I feel like it damaged me. I feel like I did something to myself that is that can't be repaired. And I walk with that limp. I walk with that regret. Could anyone have told me that when I was younger? Probably not. I remember saying to a pastor when I was about, 26, 27, about the gorilla in the cage. The gorilla in the cage, rattling the cage. The gorilla driving the car. I said, Pastor, when does it stop? He was an older, wiser man, and he said to me this: when you die. That was disheartening for a young man who, by the age of 27, was screwing like a porn star, who didn't want to do that. I felt a tearing inside, a duality that wasn't right. When I look back on it now, I see it's encouraging to hear, because I look back in my life and it didn't end, and it's not going to end until I die. I just have a different way of dealing with it now. You'll see, as you get older, it takes time, it takes years for you to not live the hormonal life. There is reward that comes with self-control. And it's not self-control for self-control's sake. It's self-control because it's like having a nice car that you drove like shit. You beat it like a rented mule for years when you first had it, and you can't get another one. And you look back and you say to yourself, gosh, I wish I treated my car a little bit better, because it's got to last. And I feel that way. I wish I treated myself a little bit more dignified. But as I've heard people say, hindsight is 20/20, and your experiences are the things that make you what you are. Does everyone have to go out and experience their own life? Yeah. Did I listen to the pastor? No. I heard him, but I didn't take it to heart. But I look back at what he said the same way that maybe someday you're going to look back on me telling you this. You're going to see that I was right. But I know he didn't hold it against me, and still wouldn't today. And I would never hold it against you. In the world of social media, we mock those that we disagree with, or that have different lifestyles. So I would imagine it's harder today. I'm reading books during my period of self-reflection and self-denial. One of the books is, I just started yesterday, Bold and Determined by Victor Pride. I'll put a link for it below. The goal is to not take in any media. I want you to read paper and ink books, real books, during your monk mode or modified monk mode period. That's going to be important for you to do, is to read books. get back in the swing of things, and not paper and ink, not Kindle on the computer, on your tablet, on a reader. No. Paper and ink books, and write in them. Underline things, take notes in the columns, bend the pages, smell the book, internalize. The goal is to be something that you've never been. I said yesterday, if you want a relationship that you've never had, you need to be the man that you've never been. Do you keep getting the same results? That's because you keep up with the same behavior and same mindset. Behavior and mindset, you have to work on them both at the same time. And once you do, you start seeing change, and you get a little sparkle in your eye, a little smirk, and you feel good about your life. Things are going in the right direction. Finish your coffee.